Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we sure appreciate you guys coming on. Always, always, always appreciate it. Okay, let's say hello to a few friends here, guys, as you get your notifications. And let me see here. Yeah, Andrea, Niagara Falls, how are you? Brahim, Portland, Oregon, Kathy, and Mike from Norland. And Janice, how are you? Okay, Brahim's having a coffee. Sue, how is you? And Jude from Troy, New York, how are you? Medland, Kippawa, Quebec, Karen, Peterborough, and Donna, Park Hill. Fran from Orangeville, good morning. Nick from our staff. Elaine, St. John's, Newfoundland. Wendy from Markham. Arlene, good morning. And Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Jeanette, how are you? Cheryl. And Maria, Ottawa. Herma, nice to have you on. Frida. And Rhonda. And Carol, how are you? West Virginia. And Edith saying it's cold in Halifax. It's cold everywhere. Tina. Louise. And Louise said, good reset morning. Diane. Jeanette. And Deb from Timmins. Jeanette. Good to have you on. Karen. Veronica. And Denise, New Brunswick. Grace, how are you? Maureen from Penticton, British Columbia. And Milika from Stouffville. Marilyn from PEI. Nativity, another cold morning. Yep. Karen, good morning to you. Suzanne, Edmonton. Chantal, Ottawa. Cindy, good morning. Couple of more, guys. Rosa, Linda. Did you get up in those clouds, Rosalinda? Usually you're right at the top. Carol. Verna in Utah. Norma in Texas. Lori in Alberta. Patricia, good morning. Anna. And Cecilia, how is you? Leela from Berner. And Carol from Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. And Judy, Elaine, and hey, two Judys. Betty Lynn, how are you? Okay, let's get back to some questions because I was asked. Well, Friday we didn't get them all done. Deborah is asking. It's a good question, Deborah. Okay. Can someone who had a triple bypass surgery take the multi-nutrient supplement? Yes, they can. Okay? Now, you have to understand how the system works, okay? Here's the system. Medical doctors, I hate to even tell you, pharmacists, okay? When it comes to natural products, they're usually pretty ignorant. So here's their rule of thumb. You know what the rule of thumb is? When in doubt, don't take anything. Okay? So if you've had a triple bypass, well, the best thing for you would be the multi-nutrient. Okay? If you had a triple bypass, I'd have you on high levels of omega-3. I would have you on to lubricate your blood vessels. I would have you on Navitol for opening up your for elevating your nitric oxide. Vitamin D, B12, yada, yada, yada. I'd have you on all those. Okay? Of course, I'd look for deficiencies. And a lot of times, any kind of heart, they're deficient in magnesium. Well, we'd look at that. But you have to understand that. You have to understand that when you're asking a question, when I'm not your physician, you know what the Health Canada wants you to ask your physician. Well, that gives me a migraine. Why? Because physicians don't generally know nothing. Okay? Nothing. Remember Hogan's Heroes? I know nothing. Nothing. Okay? They don't know anything. So now you're going to ask them, what do you think of taking a vitamin or whatever? And they're going to say, well, I wouldn't. You know, you see that every day on, if you're on blood thinners, don't take this and don't take that. I mean, that's really, in my opinion, when you need it the most. Don't take omega-3 if you're on blood thinners. No, omega-3 doesn't thin your blood. It protects your blood vessels. What a better thing to be on than omega-3 if you're on a blood thinner. Now, I can't tell you that when I'm not your physician. But I got to just tell you, you have to understand that, okay? You have to understand, like if you go ask your doctor, good luck with that. Now, there's doctors out there who study vitamins and supplements. And when they do, they're usually very good. Good for them. Okay? But you got most doctors are scared skinny of supplements. And yet they got no problems giving you medication that, you know, you ever see those commercials on TV? The first few seconds are saying, ask your doctor if this drug is good for you. Then the next 20 to 30 seconds tell you about all the side effects of that medication, including death. Whenever I hear that on TV, okay, this one will clear up your skin. Okay, let's say you have psoriasis or eczema. But they said one of the side effects possibly is death. Oh, okay, but your skin's going to be cleared up. You're dead, but your skin cleared up. Like, guys, I get migraines when I think about that, okay? The multi-nutrient is just good for you. Children can take the multi-nutrient. Used to be called blood boost. Until the geniuses told us we couldn't call it that anymore. Okay. That was Deborah. Brenda, what will help with PMR? Polymyalgia rheumatica. Leave it to medicine to give it a big name. Polymyalgia. Poly means everywhere. Polymyalgia rheumatica. Okay? It's sort of a rheumatoid like arthritis that's very disabling. It's an autoimmune disorder. And usually when you talk autoimmune, it's because they don't know what causes it. But here's me, okay? If you have any autoimmune, including polymyalgia rheumatica, which I saw in my office far too frequently, why? Okay? Number one, no exceptions, leaky gut. Leaky gut. You have an autoimmune, first thing you want to do is go to the gut. Now, you might not have, look, you can have gut issues and not have any digestive issues at all. You got leaky gut. With leaky gut, you get toxins that get into your bloodstream, including fungus. You know what I call it? The Trojan horse. The Trojan horse gets into your system. Fungus can go everywhere, including your brain, bring you heavy metals even into your brain. That's what transports, that's what gets past the blood-brain barrier. And you can get a condition called polymyalgia rheumatica. You can get a lot of other autoimmune disorders, but it starts in the gut. You got to fix that. What do? Okay? First thing I would have you on are probiotics. I would have you knit up. You know what I like about bone broth? The bone broth actually is like you're sewing up the leaky gut. You're replacing the zipper that keeps garbage out of your blood. You regenerate the gut. That's why I love bone broth. You make it or we'll make it for you. Okay? You know how many years I've recommended bone broth? In my office? The results were astounding. People were shocked. Can you fix leaky gut? You bet your boots you can fix leaky gut. But you better start there with polymyalgia rheumatica. I always say there's a virus got in the bloodstream because of leaky gut, and it affected the joints and the muscles. I had people with polymyalgia rheumatica come into the office and they couldn't even unbutton their shirt. They couldn't, they were so, and then of course medicine, and look, I understand why they do this. Medicines, they put you on a prednisone, which is a huge, an anti-inflammatory, prednisone. But the problem with prednisone is it suppresses your immune system. That's autoimmune. They try and suppress it. The side effects are unreal. But I get it why they do it. But I try and get to the bottom of this. Okay? Try and get to the bottom of it. Thank you very much, Brenda. And Dwayne, I have gluteal tendinopathy. The glutes. The butt. It ain't no fun when you injure that. Have you ever had an injured butt? Put your hand up. Well, look, those glutes, the hammies attach in there. And a lot of people get injuries in that area when they lose their mobility in their hips. And, you know, I used to see this in the office all the time. People with very tight. You sit too much, hamstrings, no mobility in the hips. Your butt muscles, the glutes, can be injured, torn. And as far as natural products, I'd have you on curcumin, high DHA, anti-inflammatory, even Navitol. Get some therapy, maybe even yoga, stretching. Okay? Those kind of things, Dwayne. Okay, Ron, I have itchy eyebrows. What? He lost 100 pounds on the reset for 8 months in 2019. Ron, you are a hero, my friend. Okay? And good for you. Okay? He has trouble with constipation. Oh no, that's Donna. Hold on. Any thoughts on what I can do for the itchy eyebrows? I don't know. Well, look. Okay, Ron, listen. Usually you got anything itchy. Okay? Anything itchy. I used to suspect the thyroid. Okay? An unexplained itch. Could be fungal. Okay? Yeast. So I'm assuming you're on probiotics, oil of oregano, Okay? Try putting a little drop of oil of oregano right on the eyebrows. I tell you, I love oil of oregano, guys. You know that. Yeah, Ron, good for you. 100 pounds in 2019 on the reset. Folks, for those of you who are doing the reset, how many of you are doing the reset and you're in battle right now? You're in a war, guys. You're changing fuel. How many of you out there were on the 1 week reset to empty the liver? Okay? The 30-day reset is for a lot of things, but the primary thing is to get you out of metabolic syndrome, which is caused by insulin resistance. Too much insulin over a period of time, your cells resist it, you get insulin resistance. You start with, in the first week, you empty that liver of yours. And you know what, Ron? You did that. You did that. You emptied the liver. Good for you. Change fuels. Okay? Change fuels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. What other questions do we have? That was Donna. That was Ron. I take thyroid support, magnesium, probiotics, water. I exercise, but still dealing with constipation on the reset. What else can help? Well, Donna, look at, okay? I gotta say it because it's really important to understand that, okay? Now, there are 2 types of constipation, okay? What? Yeah, there's 2 types. There's the real constipation, okay? And there is a mental constipation, okay? Let me explain because this was something, again, that I used to deal with in my practice. We have this notion, okay? We have this notion that you got to go to the bathroom number 2 every day, okay? Now, if you are a high carb person, usually you're going to win prizes, and you really don't get a prize, but people think they get a prize because they have a huge stool. They got a lot of poo coming out. They think that's healthy. Where do you think this whole thing, Donna, on fiber came from? Well, it started with Dr. Kellogg's, who was a real physician and really was a nutcase. I hate to say it, but he was a nutcase. Okay? But he was very influential, and the whole world went for the fiber lie. And even guys I graduated with, guys that I rubbed shoulders with, guys and gals who are so-called gurus, when you talk to them about the best foods in the world, they think fiber. I don't. I don't think fiber. I think protein and fat. They think fiber. And they want fiber in your diet to clean out the bowel, to get rid of the poo. Okay? Look. And when you even talk to these gurus about a detox, they'll say, well, let's clean out your bowel. I don't buy that theory, okay? I don't. Because when you eat eggs, meat, and cheese, because it's so nutrient dense, you're not going to have a lot of waste there. Your body goes, gimme, gimme, gimme. So at the blood-gut barrier, your body goes, hey, thank you for eating the right foods. I'm taking all the nutrients. I'm taking all the vitamins. I'm taking all the minerals. I'm taking all the amino acids. But when you eat fiber, your body it it don't go into your bloodstream because it's not soluble. It goes into your bowel to make big poop. Do you think you win a prize? You don't win no prize. There's no prize. But the whole world went for this nonsense, okay, of fiber. Fiber, fiber, fiber. I get a headache when I hear about it all the time. Now, Donna, I'm not saying that you don't have real constipation. But a lot of people, I just got to tell you, because I got to do some teaching when you ask a question, a lot of people have imagined constipation. They're not really constipated. They just think they're constipated because they didn't go to the bathroom every day. And when you do the reset, for some people, especially most people, they find, gee, I'm not going to the bathroom as much. This must be bad. No, it's not bad at all. It's just telling you that your body is taking in those nutrients rather than sending them into the toilet. Okay, now Donna, again, okay, I'm assuming that you have real constipation. Meaning that you are very uncomfortable because, holy moly, I just can't go to the bathroom. Okay? Look, and you seem to be doing everything that I would have you be doing. You're drinking enough water, I'm assuming. You're taking magnesium, which is very helpful. Are you drinking enough coffee? Coffee is, I tell people, if you want fiber, the best fiber in the world is coffee. It's got 1,000 phytonutrients. It's a gift. It's a gift. I had one of my former patients say, one of their friends or somebody in their family said, "Would you quit drinking coffee? You need tea." I said, "Why would you drink tea when you can drink coffee?" Tea can't even touch coffee, not in terms of nutrients, not in terms of phytonutrients. It's not even close. Okay, guys. So Donna, I get it. Okay. If it's real constipation and you are really suffering, okay, you might want to do an enema, a coffee enema. Okay. But hopefully you're doing all the things that I just mentioned, Donna. Thanks for the question. I just had to go off a little bit because I get people, and I'm not saying it's you, Donna, okay? Colleen, what exercise to help with the hip, back, to help with arthritis? Well, exercise, move it or lose it. Now listen, if you're in bad pain, it's not easy to exercise, right? This is why I like, those big foam rollers? I really like those, okay? Those foam rollers, okay? I actually have one over, just over to my right a little bit. I got a big foam roller. I roll my back on that. Roll your hips. I actually have a trigger point ball, okay? Now, if it was close to me, I'd go get it to show it to you. I find those can be very helpful on the floor, self-treatment type of thing for bobos. Okay, foam rollers. Okay, you can pick one up. I find them to be very effective. You just get down on the floor and roll your back and roll your hips and give yourself a treatment. Okay, Colleen, thank you. And make sure you get on anything anti-inflammatory. Now, I can't remember if I answered this the other day. Does cold water exposure boost your metabolism? I can't remember if I answered. Maybe a little bit. Okay? I'll tell you what'll boost your metabolism. You get up in the morning, drink a 16 ounces, which you need to do, or half a liter, which you need to do, okay, of cold water. Now look, if some people, oh, jeepers, I don't like cold water. I like room temperature water. Okay, I got no problem with that. Drink water, and only water is water. But if you have a choice and you don't, I'll tell you what will boost your metabolism more would be cold water. Okay? Ice cold water will boost your metabolism. Now, is it going to last forever? No. But it's helpful. You want Tom to, take a cold bath? Ugh. These athletes that get into an ice bath? Is that good for you? You know what? Can I tell you something in my practice days, Tom? I was a big guy on heat, okay? Cold water to drink and hot coffee. No, but I was a guy on heat, okay? Ice. You know how they ice it? Ice an injury? Yeah, maybe for a few hours, but after that, put the heat on. Okay, so as far as boosting your metabolism, I think there's some research showing, Tom, that it will boost your metabolism to some extent, but you ain't going to ice, okay, a bad diet. So I don't care what you do. If you eat bad, you ain't outdoing that. Exercise doesn't outdo a bad diet. It just doesn't. No vitamin, no supplement, no, you know what? This is one of the biggest problems I have with Wegovy, okay, and Ozempic, that they, don't do nothing, honey, and just get an injection, and you're going to lose weight. Yeah, but it ain't gonna last. It won't last. You better change your fuel. You better change your diet. You better eat good foods. I would much rather, folks. Okay? I was into weight loss for almost 50 years. I know every different diet, you name it, I heard about it in my office. But I was always a guy on good nutrition. I'm always a guy on protein and fat and low carb. Not no carb. No carb for 30 days. Okay? No carbs for 30 days. Or if you want to do 7 days, do no carb for 7 days. Why? Empty your liver. But, guys, I always have been I'm a steak guy. Sun, steak, and steel. And I mean it. I'm a steak guy. Why? Because it's the best food in the universe. Okay? But you can't do anything to your metabolism that will long lasting unless you do it by changing food. Okay? Metabolism, drink cold water. You'll lose. I drank cold water every day for 20 days and I lost 20 pounds. Yeah. Or take this pill and you're going to lose 20 pounds. It's going to, while you're sleeping. I saw one the other day. While you're sleeping, you're shedding weight. What? Bunk. I can't stand it. Okay, let's see. Do I have any other questions? And again, Tom, I might have answered that the other day. I honestly don't remember. Okay, let me see. Get back to my questions here. Okay, Logan. Yeah, I got a couple more, I think. Okay, Logan. I am from Scotland. Well, welcome, Logan. Okay? My auntie lives in Canada. Well, good for your auntie, okay? And good for you. And you listen to her. I have acne and I'm 20 years old. What are your thoughts on Accutane? Well, again, Accutane, okay, is pretty dramatic to get rid of acne. But there's a black box warning on it. You know why? Because it's got very, very, very serious side effects, including serious liver damage. Okay? So I would much rather, Logan, okay, that you did this the natural way. You want to get rid of acne? Fix leaky gut. Fix your gut, fix your skin. You have a fungal infection, I guarantee it. You have leaky gut, I guarantee it. You have yeast floating around and it's coming out on your skin. You might think it's all bacterial, but it's not. You have leaky gut, fix the gut. Change your diet, get off sugar. Sugar feeds yeast. Don't feed the bears. I don't know if you know what that means, Logan, but what we know at the Martin Clinic is you don't want to feed yeast, and yeast loves sugar. So lay off the sugar. Take probiotics, friendly bacteria, even over in Scotland. Get off that, change your diet, watch your skin clear right up. You know what another thing I really like for good skin? Bone broth. We go back to the gut with bone broth. Okay? Thank you very much for listening, Logan. And look, if you are on Accutane, okay, if you are, always protect yourself. The best way to protect yourself when you're on a medication that has got many, many side effects, protect your gut with probiotics. If you're on a medication, take probiotics with it, especially broad spectrum probiotics. Okay? Merci beaucoup. Okay, I don't see. Okay. No, I didn't answer these. Okay, I know which one I ended with. Jody, is cheese a hormone disruptor? No, it ain't. You know, you read stuff on the internet sometimes. I start chuckling. Cheese is a hormone disruptor. Why would that be? That is silly. But I'm glad you asked, Jody, so that I could straighten you out. There you go. Wendy, what does Dr. Martin think of eating by your blood type? Well, that's a good question, and I hear it maybe once a month. I used to hear it every day. I knew the author of that book. Okay? I did a seminar years ago, 25 years ago, I think. More than 25 years ago. Listen to that. In Anaheim, California, I was a featured speaker at a huge expo for health. Okay? I had written books on chronic fatigue. They invited me to speak, and I came and I spoke. And then after me was a Dr. Dedamo, who came out with a theory, eating for your blood type. He gave me a migraine. Okay? And listen, the guy was smart, probably smarter than me. Why? Like, I sold a lot of books, but he sold millions of books. Okay? Eating for your blood type. And people today still read it. And I go, why are you reading that? Okay? It's not, your blood type's not important in terms of food. Your address is important. What? Did you hear what I said? Your blood type is not important in terms of the food that you eat. Your address is. That's what I said back in those days. What do you mean, Dr. Martin? I don't understand. Well, look. Okay? Look. If you live on planet Earth, do you? Does your address end with planet Earth? Yeah, mine does. Okay. Well then, The best foods in the world are eggs, meat, and cheese. Has nothing to do with your blood type. Your blood type, I don't care what your blood type is. Those are the foods that have the highest nutritional value. If because, people used to say, well, I'm type whatever, and that book tells me to be a vegetarian. I don't care who tells you to be a vegetarian. I don't care who tells you to be a vegan. I don't care if it's the Pope who tells you. They're wrong. Why? Because you are built to eat the right foods. And fruits and vegetables, they're good, but they're not the best. And I don't care if you're type O or whatever you are. It don't matter. It just depends on what your address is. If you live on the planet, you need to be eating eggs, meat, and dairy. Got it? I answered that back then, and I've stuck to it. Soon as he started saying, and then he made millions and millions of dollars. Okay, good for him. Was he right? Well, nobody else has ever said it. Now, some practitioners have done that. And I used to just scratch my head and go, are you kidding me? How can that be true? How can that be true? So it's not your blood type, it's your address. How do you like that? Okay. I think I'm done. Okay, let me just see here. Do I have one more? One, two. Okay, let's look. One more. Okay, yep, I think there's only one more. Teresa. Is it worth taking calcium with vitamin D and zinc? Nope. Nope. Never take calcium as a supplement. Take it in food. When you eat eggs, you get calcium. When you eat meat, you get calcium. When you eat dairy, you get lots of calcium. With, what does God put in there? Vitamin K2, you see? God, right in nature, put K2 with calcium. Okay? Now, if you get calcium from vegetables, you don't have any vitamin K2 there. That's why it's not the best source of calcium. Okay? You want calcium with vitamin K2 because K2 is the traffic cop. It says, calcium, I don't want you staying in the blood. You're no good in the blood. I want you to come with me. Come here and I'll park you in the bones and in your teeth. Bones need calcium, but it won't get there if you take a calcium supplement. Got it? Eat your calcium. There you go. Now, okay. Okay, who was asking that? Okay, I think that's, there you go. Okay, don't take calcium as a supplement on its own. Don't do it. Eat your calcium with vitamin K2. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Okay, guys. I thought I didn't have enough questions to even do a full session, but we did. Okay. Guys, we love you. Send in your questions. Guys, I could do question and answer every day. I mean it. I don't mind answering your questions. We love you dearly. We'll talk to you soon.